Yo, what is going on, guys? So, guys, a brand new sports cards video. In today's video, I will be giving you guys this week's episode of top 5 sports cards that are on fire. We actually have a bonus one as well. Definitely a lot of cards to choose from this week, of cards that have absolutely gone on fire. A lot of big performances from players that I definitely want to talk about. But before we get into that, I do want to say, as you guys know, I have my Sports Card Invest membership program where I basically show you guys everything I'm investing in, what prices I'm paying, where to buy, when to sell, and then some long-term picks. So if you guys would be interested in going ahead and joining us, click the link down below to my website, sportscardsinvest.com. We've been making an absolute killing. Some examples, we've been investing in this Kyrie Irving because it was 2012 Prism. It was around $150 for PSA 10 when he first hit my weekly reports, and he's currently $865. So there's definitely a lot of picks like that. DeAndre Ayton, we've been investing since he was about $4 to $5 for a Prism rookie card, and now they're around, I think, $25 to $30. Just a lot of good investments we've really made, and definitely a lot of my members have been making some really good money with the program. So if you guys would like to go ahead and sign up, link down below, sportscardsinvest.com. Use code YouTube to get you 10% off. It is $6.99 for the month or $40 for the year. And we do have a crazy statistic, which is that 92% of monthly members either renew the monthly membership or they upgrade to the premium. So it seems like you guys are really liking it. And without further ado, we're going to hop right into this video. So the first guy, actually that is on fire this week is DeAndre Ayton, Silver Prism PSA 10s. If we go ahead and search sold listings, most recently they're selling for $600 to $650, which is quite crazy. Obviously, DeAndre Ayton is someone who I've always thought was super underpriced. I do have a lot of money in Ayton just because I think he's very underpriced. And here we go. So recently, they've been selling for around $650. Obviously, the Suns are 7-0 in the bubble, so obviously, you know, their prices are naturally going to go up. But literally a week ago, Ayton was around $450, and if we go a week back, I think he was around like $375. Yeah, so he's been absolutely, you know, having great gains. Actually, he was around $300 around 2 weeks ago. So in 2 weeks, he's gone from $300 to $600. His cards have been absolutely on fire just because the Suns have been stunning everyone. Honestly, like nobody assumed the Suns would be 7-0 in the bubble. Booker, Ayton, Mikal Bridges, all playing super well. So definitely, you know, Ayton is some guy to look out for. I think he will continue to go up just because, you know, we're seeing this young Suns team perform so well in the bubble that now we're going to look to next season and be like, damn, the Suns could really be a good playoff team next season if they can stay healthy. And, you know, Ayton was suspended 25 games this year. So, you know, honestly, if he wasn't suspended, I think the Suns would have been in the playoffs. So now everyone's kind of thinking ahead for next season and obviously for this playoffs in case they make it, right? So there's definitely a lot of money to be made with Ayton, I think, still. But you know, this increase is very encouraging, especially for a young star like Ayton. I think he can really, you know, continue to go up like this. But without further ado, we're going to hop right into our next guy, which is another Phoenix Sun, Devin Booker. His cards are absolutely on fire, and obviously rightfully so. In my opinion, he is the bubble MVP so far. He's been the most valuable player in the bubble, in my opinion. He has been absolutely killing it. His cards are up to around $1,400 for a PSA 10. Now, my membership group and I have been buying Booker since he was around $130. So that is around 10 times. In just around 4 months, we've been investing in Booker. So definitely, I was not expecting this big of an increase. But definitely really happy that a lot of my members have been making a lot of money with Devin Booker because, you know, he's been a player I've been super high on for so long. I just thought he never got the recognition he deserves. 2015 Prism, the population report on these is quite low compared to obviously like 2017, 2018, 2019, and 2020. So definitely, the population's quite low on these. There are not too many out there, and he's a stud. I can see Booker continuing to rise this offseason, just because if we're seeing, that he's going to go ahead and shine in these big moments, his future is just so bright. He's 23 years old, so definitely got a long way to go for Booker. I really like this for a long-term investment. But yeah, without further ado, we're going to hop right into another 2012 Prism card, Damian Lillard. Damian Lillard, obviously, if you guys do not know, he's been going off. He had around 61 points in his last game. I know this was a quite obvious pick, so I'll kind of speed through it. But yeah, Lillard literally just been playing insanely well. 2650 is the last sale, which is absolutely crazy. I remember seeing these at $200-300 when I was like, Damian Lillard's very underpriced. He's $200 for a PSA 10, and now look at this, $2650. So definitely, crazy stuff. Honestly, there's not much to say. The market is so fragile. Couple good games and a guy's cards are going to go absolutely through the roof. If we go back just a few days, literally, they were around $1350. So they've doubled in a span of 4 days, which is absolutely crazy to think. But honestly, not surprised. He deserves, his prices to be this high with how, well he's played. So definitely, love to see that. And without further ado, we're going to hop right into our next guy, which is actually not in the bubble, which is quite odd. But Trey Young's prices, most recently, he sold for $575. If we date back just a few days, he was around $400, which is quite crazy. Obviously, my partial reasoning for this is, if Luka Doncic is now 2,000 plus, right? Trey Young is a great value buy at 400, because this offseason, I think Trey's prices are really going to catch up to Luka's. Probably not, quite Luka's, obviously, because Luka will probably, if Luka stays at 2,000 this offseason, I predict Trey will go to 900 to 1,000. That's just my personal opinion. The Hawks had some problems last season. They had some injuries. They weren't totally there yet, but I think next season they'll have a lot better of a shot, and especially since they're in the East, and the East is a little bit easier to make it into the playoffs. So I definitely really like Trey for this offseason. I still think his prices are undervalued in my opinion. And look, $425 3 days ago and $575 today. So, you love to see it. Trey definitely deserves this recognition. I really like Trey, and I think his red, white, blue prisms are very undervalued because they're usually supposed to be around the same, if not more than the base price. And, his red, white, blue's lagging behind a little bit. So, definitely think that's a great value buy. But without further ado, we're going to hop right into our next guy, Kyle Kuzma. This guy had a game winner against, I believe, the Pacers. I'm not quite sure, but he basically hit a game-winning three-pointer. He's had some very good games lately. A lot, I guess people were so low on Kuzma that now people are finally realizing, he can play, and I really like him right now. I think he's playing a lot better. So I do personally not have many Kuzmas, but I would honestly be open to buying one. Right now, they're going for around $800 for a silver prism PSA 10. If we go back just a few days before his game winner, there were like $500 for a prism silver PSA 10. So definitely, some great increases with Kuzma. As you guys can see, his cards were selling quite low. $400 for a silver prism. Most recently, $800 for a silver prism PSA 10. So, Kuzma has been seeing some great gains. Obviously, he is on the Lakers, which brings so much hype. So, if he can continue to play well, I can see these continuing to go through the roof. So, definitely something to look out for. I would say right now, his silver prism, if you can get it for under $600, I think that's a very good deal. It kind of goes up and down daily, which is quite odd. But I definitely think, if you can snag some for quite cheap, it wouldn't be a bad buy considering his base prism's almost $300. So, without further ado, we're going to hop right into our bonus guy, Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic has had some insane games. He has been absolutely killing it lately. He did have that one big game which made his prices go from $1,200 to $2,000. But most recently, these have been doing over $2,000, which is crazy to think. I remember these back in the day when they were $100. And I just can't believe, the market right now is, it's real. This sports card thing is real, to say the least. I definitely think, Luka is a great long-term hold. I still believe. I would say, though, his prisms are a bit, the pop report on these are quite high. Me, personally, I love his optic PSA 10. I'm not quite sure, what you guys are thinking about that, but I think his optic is a little better of a buy in my opinion, and it's lagging behind a little bit, I would say, so I think it can go up to $1,200-$1,300 easily. So I definitely really like Luka's optic cards, and his second years are going up as well, which is good to see. Second year prices going up with rookie cards. But yeah, Luka is definitely an insanely good long-term hold. He is the future of the league alongside Giannis, in my opinion. So definitely really like Luka. Who doesn't like Luka? I don't know. I mean, Luka's just like I kind of look at him as the guy who really made sports cards this crazy. Luka, Zion, and Giannis are credited for making sports cards this crazy. They've brought so much hype to the hobby that, I'm just really happy to see these prices go through the roof. But yeah, other than that, I hope you guys did enjoy. Once again, if interested in my program, link down below, sportscardsinvest.com. Use code YouTube for 10% off. Message me at sportscardinvest on Instagram if you guys have any questions. Other than that, I hope you all enjoyed, and I'm out.